What's interesting about imposter syndrome is that one is that it's called a syndrome, which makes it sound like it's like I have leukemia, which makes it seem, like it's pretty serious if you have a syndrome. All that is happening is that your mind is trying to lure you into a drama. That's all that's happening. It's just dropping nonsense. And what's interesting is most people have like 7 recurring statements. It's like, I'm not good enough, they don't like me, I'm too fat, I'm too thin, they fucked me over, everyone else gets ahead. It's great to identify what your key 7 things are. And then if you hear one, that's your reminder that your mind has dominated you. You've probably lost any visual connection to your immediate environment. You're probably barely breathing, and you're probably suppressing some body sensation. So it's like the positive, and when you hear one of your 7s, is that if you look at it like a blinking red light, which means come back, take a breath, get back in your body, say I'm back, and connect to what's really in front of you. It will train you to be more and more present the more that you practice that. And then when you do check, when your mind does drop something, you'll be able to come back faster.
The more I can live within an environment of fallibility, like accept and actually embrace mistake making, it really makes it so much easier for me.
Yeah.
I think about this sometimes in terms of evolution. Like evolution, we evolve through mistakes. We call them mutations when they happen in biology.
Right.
And oftentimes those mutations are adaptive, and then we select for them. But they wouldn't happen unless they were mistakes.
Yeah.
And so this sort of trust in self that the next words that come out of my mouth, I don't know what they are. And perhaps I will make a mistake, and in that mistake stumble on something more brilliant than anything I could have thought of.
So true. Like our creativity is in here. It's not in here. And the more that you're in here, the more access you have to your creativity. And I remember my dad telling me that so many famous physicists would discover like this amazing theorem, like the moment they stepped on a bus,
right,
or feeding birds, or and
that's so amazing. I mean, we know this sometimes when be like, hey Josh, remember when we had dinner up in Topanga and there was that guy that's sitting on the end, I can't remember his name, he had a long beard, he had blue eyes, and we can't shine the spotlight of our conscious attention onto his name, but we know what it isn't. Oh, it wasn't Frank, or it wasn't Bob, or whatever.
Right.
And then we'll go for a walk.
Right.
And then boom,
yes,
it just pops in.
Yeah.
Right. We didn't put it there.
Yep.
So it was sitting somewhere out here in the warehouse of consciousness, but we just couldn't put our spotlight on it.
Yeah.
But if we open ourselves up and like you mentioned, a lot of the theoretical physicists, I know there's this great story about Einstein, and I believe Edison used to do this too, where he would hold the silver balls in his hand, and they would kind of go into this non-sleep, deep rest sort of theta state, where they would be not asleep, but only just kind of barely conscious. That's where, their great innovations and moments of satori would come, and then, they would drift off to sleep and one of the balls would fall out of their hand and, make a sound against the floor, and then they would, wake back up. So it is that accessing that place of conscious awareness where we're not always superimposing.
Yeah, it's limiting. We don't access our brilliance just going through the mind.